today we're making a good little breakfast for dinner, breakfast for lunch, whatever. So what is this?
It's a ham and cheese omelet roll. So we have 8 eggs here in the mixing bowl. We're gonna whisk them until they're nice and smooth. This, like he was saying, this is a fun breakfast recipe or good for brunch. It would be good for a holiday breakfast, and we usually do it for breakfast for dinner. So I've got a sheet pan here that I went ahead and prepped. I sprayed it with nonstick cooking spray and then put parchment paper in it and then sprayed the parchment paper just to make sure the first layer of nonstick spray is kind of to help the parchment stick to the pan a little bit, and then the next layer is to help get the eggs off later. So this is a good way to make like an omelet style meal for, several people at once rather than standing there and flipping all the omelets. Because that's Dad's job, huh?
It's on Christmas morning.
Yep, he likes making made-to-order omelets for everybody, but this is more my style of omelets.
Yeah.
One big batch.
My style would be what he does.
Yeah. Well, I like his omelets, but I'm not going to make all those omelets. I'm not doing 15 or 20 omelets. All right, so now we're going to add a cup of milk.
1 cup of milk. Any milk.
Yep, we use whole, but any should do.
Let's stir that in.
And then we're going to do, we'll stir that in.
That makes it a lot wider. But once it gets stirred in, there. You know it's stirred in once it's back to a less dark, bright yellow. Okay.
Now we've got a half a teaspoon each of garlic salt and black pepper, ground black pepper.
That's what I was smelling.
And then we've got a 1/3 of a cup of flour. Now I do usually like to use like my immersion blender or something for this, but ours is dirty. I just used it to make some strawberry puree for cheesecake, so we're just going to whisk it in. It'll be fine. Yep. So you just want to make sure not to have any lumps of flour in there. So you're going to want to get it as incorporated as possible.
Why the flour?
It just helps hold it together and gives it a little structure when you go to roll it up later. I haven't tried it without the flour to see if it would work or not. Maybe one day we'll have to try that when we don't care how it turns out, if it's beautiful or not.
But since we're doing the video, we'll do it the way we know.
Yep.
Because we don't want to, we will try.
Yep, we'll have to let you know how it goes. If we try it and like it, we'll come back and make it that way too.
Still pretty lumpy.
Yeah, that's why I like using the immersion blender, because it just gets it all mixed in nice and good.
Try. I think it also has to do with the egg, how it's like some parts don't really like to stick together. Well, don't really like to separate, I guess.
Alright, I think that'll be good enough.
Okay. I pour it in the sheet pan.
Yep. Alright, so when you pour it in the sheet pan, you want to kind of pour it in the middle just to try to keep the mess, or keep it kind of in the middle so it doesn't try to go underneath. Now, almost every time you get a little bit underneath, and that's just part of it, but try to keep as much of it on top of the parchment paper as possible.
It is a little bit lumpy, but it'll taste good.
Yep. Alright, and today we're doing a ham and cheese version. We've done Denver before. You could use, any kind of omelet toppings. Don't do that, please. That you want. So we're just going to sprinkle some shaved ham around. You could use, crumbled sausage, crumbled bacon. You could skip the meat altogether. You could do, we like it, well, my husband and I like it with some green peppers and onions in there.
Oh!
So we usually try to leave a strip without any so that little dude here will eat some.
Me.
So just distribute whatever kind of toppings you want. Don't put the cheese on yet. We're going to do that in a little bit.
That's one big thing. Not like it hurt anything, just...
No, if you're using toppings that have, or fillings, or whatever you want to call them, that have a lot of water in them, like mushrooms or something, you might want to saute them for a little bit first and cook a little bit of the moisture out before you put them in the eggs.
This is a lot of ham, but it'll be good.
Yeah.
We like our ham, and also since it's the only topping, really, only filling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. Then we're going to take it out. We're going to sprinkle some cheese over the top. We'll probably just go ahead and do that since sprinkling the cheese over the top isn't really a big step. And then we'll put it back in the oven for just like 2 minutes to melt the cheese, and then we'll be back to show you how to finish it up.
Yep.
And it's going to be so good.
See ya for the next, not anytime for you, but
Probably about 18 minutes for us.
18 minutes for us.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, so it's back and it looks yummy. Let's get to it.
It does look yummy.
So this is still hot. We put the cheese on it. It's easy to do that part. Can I get down to the parchment? Flip her down underneath. Don't see it. Okay, found it. Oh.
Yep, so you just take it
Okay.
and you use the parchment paper to help you roll it.
So start off like this. And should I take it off?
It'll take just a second to get the edge going.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to kind of roll it.
Kind of get it.
And then once you get it started, you can use the paper to keep it moving.
Here, I can.
And it should roll over on itself.
Uh-huh.
See, that's going pretty easy.
Gotta. Oops. Like this.
Yep.
Here, now we gotta squeeze it or something. But yeah, there is some.
Yep, some got underneath, huh?
It's kind of a weird roll that happened, but it'll be good.
Alright. So we can get it transferred to our cutting board here. Normally I would put it on a serving platter or something, but...
Here.
Alright, so we've got our rolled up omelet.
Oh, one.
Well, it's hot, so we just gotta be
Careful. Okay.
careful. Alright, so we've got our omelet roll. If you were serving this for guests, like at a brunch or something, you could sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top, or some fresh herbs, or slice of, like some diced tomatoes, or something like that would be good.
So you can cut them about.
Do a couple inches. You can do it a little bigger than that.
Yeah, I'll do it like about an inch.
Sure.
Just want to take a nice smooth cut. Cut down, see all that cheese in the middle. See what a nice little roll here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little omelet roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try it.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
We already know we like it because we've made these several times now.
Mm-hmm. But eat it however you want.
It's a big old bite. Don't take such a big bite when it's still hot. But I would say it's a thumbs up.
Mm-mm.
And again, you can use any kind of toppings you want. Just make sure you have enough eggs to hold it all together. And it looks really cool when it's rolled up. So this is one of our favorite kind of hearty breakfast ideas. We're going to go finish this up for dinner. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye.